Welcome to our show. We're heating up the stove. Here to help you relax and keeping it real. We got the best guest. You cannot miss the gist. So come and join us in cooking up a dish. Hey, yeah, relax, Joe, enjoy. We're here to relax, Joe, enjoy.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Relax, Chop, Enjoy, a show where we have interesting conversations while cooking very delicious meals. Today, we have one of Africa's biggest and most illustrious instrumentalists, Fiokee. Yes. Fiokee is a guitarist known for his treble guitar solos infused with highlife steeped guitar line. His interest in music began at a very early age while taking part in the church choir. Now, fast forward to 2008, he participated in a music competition and won as part of a group called Diamonds. His music career spans many years and has involved a lot of collaborations with the who is who of Afrobeats, including Adekunle Gold, Flavor, Kiss Daniel, Patro Ranking, Tiwa Savage, and Yemi Alade, just to name a few. Now, I cannot put in words who this guy is, so I'm not even going to try. So I'm not going to even waste any more time. I'm going to welcome Fiokee to our show. Welcome, Fiokee.
Hello, my name is Fiokee, and I'm honored to be a guest on Relax, Chop, Enjoy with Didi Aswama. Let's do this. Oh my God, it's Fiokee. Oh my God, it's Fiokee.
And I'm going to welcome you in our native language, in my native language. My brother.
My sister. Thank you. And thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
You know, we have to, brother.
Afia wicked.
Brother, I'll start using brother. Because
Auntie, my sister. Sister me.
Sister me.
Sister me.
So, brother, today on our show, well, we get to know, I mean, you're just a superstar, honestly. And there are just so many things that I want to talk to you about. But we have to follow protocol. You know, this is Nigeria. All protocols must be observed. So for today, we are cooking afang soup.
My favorite.
We're taking it native.
I'm a local man, so this is what I do.
You know, you're a very local man, honestly.
Very local one, forget all this packaging.
Yet, but you see it. The packaging is true packaging. So I have to walk you through what the ingredients are going to be for this soup. Now, there are many different ways you can cook afang soup. So I'm going to cook it. One of the ways that you can cook it is the way that my mom taught me how to cook. So we start out with, I'm going to start from the left, what we have. So we have water leaf, and then I'll start extreme here and afang. You cannot cook afang without those two ingredients. The two leaves you need. Now, if you're abroad and you don't have water leaf, you can substitute it with spinach, because a lot of times we don't have water leaf.
We don't have access to.
We don't have access to it. Or you can use, if you don't have afang, you can use
fresh.
like okazi. My brother, it's
I like the way you cut it. Some people, they will always want us to see the leaf.
He's proud of me. He's proud of me. I gotta show you.
You pay attention to details. I'm proud of this.
Hey!
Yeah.
Thank God. My mother will be proud. So then we have the meat. This is the core. Now, afang has to have a lot of things that keep your mouth busy. So we have goat meat.
They call it mende. And particulars.
This is our passport and particulars here.
Yes.
So we have meat. So we have goat meat and beef. I have some dried catfish.
Now he goat with this on a she goat.
No, you know, it's not that goat. It's not that goat from the village that goes.
That one with the smell, with the waka go the smell.
Yeah.
Female goat, you don't say that one I the sit pass.
No, I don't think that's that one. Okay. And then we have pomo. We have some periwinkle dishelved, and then some stockfish, and then garnishing, of course, we have our crayfish, and we have our Maggi Knoll cubes, and then some fresh Scotch bonnet peppers, and of course, stock for the meats.
Do you know, to a large extent, for everything I've seen so far, you've gotten it right. If I've seen one thing on this table, I would have disqualified you.
Hey.
Onions.
You cannot cook afang with onions.
Some people cook afang and put onions. Once you put onions,
it destroys the flavor of the taste.
So the crayfish would do justice to it and Maggi.
Yeah, crayfish Maggi, or if you want to do, you can do like the dried shrimps. You can do that too.
This one afang is sweet, no worries.
So, and then I have some other ground pepper just in case we need to spice it up a bit. So let me get started. Please, please, please. I need to find a chair for you.
No, I don't want to chair. I want to see everything as it happens like
okay,
this.
so if you need, you can balance here. But you know, the thing about it is, this is a cooking and talk show. So as I cook, I want to know about you.
I'm naked like this. Use me. Ask everything that you want to ask.
And I So one of the things that has always fascinated me about you is you're an instrumentalist.
Yeah.
So I want to know your background and what got you to doing that, because that, you know, confess, it's not something our people do. They can sing all day, but go in and play like guitar like that, the way you do.
And to stand out.
And get into that high. So how did you get into that?
Okay, so I finished my SSC 99. I was waiting for jam classes.
Okay.
In the process of waiting for jam classes.
Oh, can you tell the people what jam is? Because some people
jam
don't
is
know
just
what
like
jam
a
is.
post UME examination. Like
Okay.
so you have to go for extra lectures to understand how to write that particular exams. Yeah, so extra lessons for that.
Okay.
So I became a sales boy in a shop. I needed to save some money so that I can actually pay for some expenses. So I did that for some time. I was paid 1,000 naira salary, year 2000. So I was able to save 700 naira. From there, I rented guitar for.
You still remember how much you saved?
See, I like history. I like everything. I like to document everything that happens to me in my head.
Wow.
So I saved 700 naira. So it was actually boring in that shop. You know why it was boring?
Why?
It's a toy shop. People that attract that toy shop maybe are people that have a lot of money to spend to buy toy for their kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so all those car racing, bicycle.
Oh, wow, expensive.
Now people will chop belefu. They buy all those things. So, so in a day you can stay. In a whole day, there's no customer. So I was trying to look for something to keep me busy.
Oh, wow.
So I thought about keyboard. Keyboard was very expensive. Then I think it was like 30-something thousand naira to buy a small keyboard. Then you think of buying battery too because there was no light. I thought about guitar. Guitar, if you just carry that boss guitar, if you strike them like this, you will hear the sound. So I said, okay, let me go
first
for
of all, where did you find the guitar in the store?
No, I got to where I rented the guitar from. Somebody recommended a guy for me, so I got the guitar from the guy for 700 naira per month. So I was going back from shop. One day I passed through mechanic workshop. I didn't know this guy was a driver coming to repair his car, and he's also a guitarist. So I walked through that mechanic workshop, and I heard somebody say, "Young man, please, can I see your guitar?" Because the guitar was very fine, green color guitar box. So he took it from me. I started playing. I couldn't play like him. I said, "Oh, I have seen a teacher." I started talking to him. "Please, can you teach me? I want to sound like you." We discussed the price. He charged me 2,600 naira then for 6 months. I remember I bought a notebook at 27 March, year 2000. So if I close from shop by 7 o'clock, he will be coming back from his work because he used to drive from Ekets to Uyo in Akwa Ibom State then. So he comes back by 8. I'll meet up by 8 in his house, Graceville Road in Ekets.
Graceville Road, that's not far from my father's house.
Yeah, Graceville Road in Ekets. Yeah, so I will learn from him from 8 to 10 with candlelight. So the good, what really helps?
I beg, my brother. He will learn from him with candlelight.
Yeah.
You they play with candle. Now candle, then they light you, they play this thing.
Yeah, we not see lights now. So if inside darkness, you need to position candlelight, make her see waiting the guy the fire for your hand. That time.
Wow.
And what really helped me then was in my children choir, then we used to do sofa notation. You remember Orthodox choir? Then before you start to sing anything for EBBO, you need to write sofa mi re do ti la sofa mi. So all those sofa notation, really helped me a lot. So before I started playing instrument, I could sing. If you sing Bianoleo, sing in Yoruba, sing in Igbo. I could write the note out, even though I don't know the lyrics. But the sound, I could write it. So while he was playing the guitar, I was writing the notes. Him, as my teacher, couldn't write the notes. But the student is writing the notes. He was actually surprised that you're coming to learn guitar from me, you're writing the notes out, and me, I can't write it. So it was actually easier for him to teach me. So under 2 months, I was already a fast learner. I taught him after 1 year.
You started teaching him?
Started teaching him after 1 year. Because I was very passionate about it and I liked it. Yeah, I liked the guitar. So I had access to some white guys that gave me some books. So I decided to equip myself with the theory part of the music as well, so that it can be balanced. Like after 1 year, I started playing in a band, Sonak band in what's that place? Sonak band at Marina Road in Eket.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Marina Road, owned by Song Akpabio.
This is like the back of my neck of the woods in Eket.
Yeah, it's not Eket is just like a neighborhood now. The streets are not far from each other. So I started playing in that band. That band we're doing every Saturday night in Sonak Hotel, 10 p.m. till 5 in the morning. We'll be standing and be playing different songs, aside from jazz, from highlife to reggae to R&B. We had like 3 singers then. Ice Kid, John Wall, and this other female singer. I'm trying to remember her name. So I was doing that for like 6 years. But during the weekends, we actually go to play for wedding receptions. Sometimes we go play Obito. You know what they call Obito?
No, what's Obito?
Obituary. So they just abbreviate it to Obito. Like you go to night vigil, to burial. Then from burial, you're coming back to set up for Saturday night performance. So that's how we've been doing it for
And then you were working and doing other things alongside doing this?
Yeah, during the week, I'm in the shop.
Wow.
So
and then on the weekends?
We start playing. Then after Saturday performance, we haven't slept till Sunday morning by 7, you're already in church.
Yeah, that's Nigeria
CGM,
for you.
Church of God Mission. So me, from salary earner, 1,000 naira salary earner, decide paying me 6,000 naira in the band. Then I go to church on Sunday.
And collect?
I'll play 5,000 naira per month. So what I was doing a business in church.
Oh.
I never listened to any preaching in that church.
Don't listen to him, don't do what he's saying,
I didn't listen because I was sleeping all through when they were preaching. You know when you play from...
You were so exhausted.
Yeah, you play from 10
tired.
p.m. till 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
You didn't sleep at all. We were supposed to sleep in the morning now. If you go church, go hustle. So I was a hustler in the church. So I used to bribe our sound engineer. Then I would give him small tip. So when I'm sleeping, when they're done preaching, just wake me up. The guy will wake me up. Then I'll wake up and play offering. Once we finish offering, church don't close. I'll now go back to the house.
We're not going to edit this out.
This is reality show. Let it go.
But it's the truth. I mean, it's the truth. He's speaking his truth.
That's the reality.
He's speaking his truth. So yes, my brother speaks the truth.
Don't be deceiving yourself. I can still go back to the house and read that Bible portion. I will still catch up. You get what I'm saying? In church, we're doing business because they taught us to do business.
Right.
Because there are sometimes you don't come to church to play, they will deduct your salary. So what are you trying to teach me? You taught me how to do business. If you to say, reduce my salary or remove them, forgive me for things say we not do business. So as long as you move my part of my salary, we're doing business. So after like 3 years, I moved out from that city. You know why I moved?
Where?
I always tell Eket City in Akwa Ibom State. I always tell people that there's a level you get to, you always try to look for something new.
That's true.
Yeah, I was tired of every Saturday night for 3 years, every Sunday in church, because my Sunday afternoon, I didn't use my Sunday afternoon at all.
Because you were playing in church?
Yeah. After church, I would come and be sleeping the whole day on Sundays.
And then you start all over again?
I wake up by 8 p.m. At night. So my Sundays, I never experienced Sunday afternoon for like 3 years. And another thing was that.
Let me put a little bit more of this. Oh, let's not forget our soup. Yeah. So let me tell you what I did. Let me confess.
All this talk, while they talk, so hunger will soon catch me.
I know. So I put too much pepper. I have a tendency to be heavy with pepper. So I took some of the pepper out just in case, because everybody is not a pepper fan. And then my water leaf, I want to make the soup, because with afang soup, I like my afang soup thick. Some people like it, you know, a little less thick, but I'll mix water if it's too thick.
Why you can't remain the water leaf?
Wait now.
Now first portion be that. I'll be first half of.
Yeah, wait now. Let me balance what I'm doing. Let me balance what I'm doing.
I believe your government. Continue. So as I was saying, everybody was learning from me. I have the opportunity to teach theories. I knew the practicals very well. I read like 4 books. Jody Fisher, Just Improvisation by Jody Fisher. I read Chord Chemistry. I read the Guitar Case Chord book.
Wow.
Some white guys, they brought it for me because there was one Igbo woman that used to sell food close to the shop around there. So when they come from Mobile, Escravos, like quite Botemina, they come to eat their lunch. So they used to see one young guy carrying guitar. So they promised me some books. So those books actually helped me, because when you read something, it gives you confidence.
Yeah, because you have the practical, the theory, and you put it together, and that's when you become a master. And that's why I call you. It's like you're iconic. There's not too many people that do what you do. You stand out. Because when we look at the music industry in Africa or Nigeria as a whole, it's very few people in Africa that have achieved what you have been able to achieve at such a young age.
Nobody has ever even done what I've done in the Afrobeat scene. Like what I always thought about the people I look up to while growing up as a guitarist was George Benson, Norman Brown, and El Clo. But I didn't allow them to influence me too much because I didn't want to sound like them. I didn't want people to start telling me that you remind me of George Benson or El Clo. Once people start saying that, means you're sounding like somebody. When they say you remind me of so person, means you are not original. But when they say I like your sound, means you're original.
Something different.
You're original.
Wow.
So once they start saying you remind me, that means you've not identified yourself.
Wow.
You don't have identity.
Okay. So I mean, I am so fascinated by you, and I'm so interested in. I can sit here all day and actually listen to you talk. But there's some other questions that I want to ask you, so I just want to make sure that I get to those questions because your story is so fascinating and so enriched. So, what is being an instrumentalist? In and of itself is a particular, aspect of music. But then you fuse that with Afrobeats. What is it like to be an instrumentalist within the industry? How did you, getting started, was it really difficult for you to get folks to collaborate with, or was it something that just happened?
First of all, as an instrumentalist in West Africa, I don't know about other parts of the world.
Okay.
Instrumentalists, the industry was designed not to favor instrumentalists.
Oh, wow.
The industry was designed not to favor instrumentalists at all.
What do you mean by that?
I feel like when you have a list of people that you want to appoint for something, the instrumentalists were not on the list. That's like saying, like, I have a list of people I want to carry along with my process, but instrumentalists were omitted. That's how industry was created. The instrumentalists were everybody that sees anybody with instruments, growing up like my era, before me, I decided to take it upon myself. Like, I need to fight for discourse, for instrumentalists to be heard, to have a voice. Then it used to be, you have to be a church instrumentalist or one bar playing. So when they see you coming to the front line, like it's an abomination. Why are you doing here? You're supposed to be there. Okay. That was the mentality.
Wait a minute. And pardon my ignorance because I'm very naive about this. Okay, when you think about music and Afro beats, the sound.
So the guitar.
What creates the sound?
No, this guitar. But they don't want to make you feel like you're important in the system. That's the mentality. Give us the sound and go back to your spot.
But I mean, it's like when I think about music and I think about, some of the best artists out there, they combine both.
They combine some of them.
They play instruments. They're out there playing the instrument. It's like they're in the concert playing the instrument, and everybody gets in.
Because they went through some kind of challenges, decided to add singing to their vocals, to their instruments.
Oh.
You see, this one sings, but play a little. Anybody that sings very well, majority of them sing very well, but play little of guitar. If you dwell so much on the instrument, you wouldn't have enough time to even sing.
To do both because
You have
they
to be
require a lot of time.
very good at one.
Like Prince.
Prince, you see? Prince plays in.
He played well and he sang well, but to your point, those are people that he spent. That's his whole he spent the whole day
It starts
doing
from foundation.
that.
So this part of the way we grew up, they call it division of labor. In a band, you have a singer, lead singer, a drummer, bassist. So you don't expect the bassist to be singing while the lead singer work is there. You get what I'm saying? So by doing, with years of doing this, you are so in line with focus on your instrument.
Oh.
While the singer is focusing on the singer. So now, trying to bring it to the mainstream industry, coming to your question now, Afrobeat industry. So I came into the industry 2008, through StarQuest. I already had a vision that I did mechanical engineering in school, but if I want to take this guitar,
let me not forget this because honestly, my mind
you'll
is so
be listening to me. So taking this guitar to another level, I have to take it to a professional level. You have to be very, very professional about it and be strategic too. I look out for. Then I remember Don Jazzy and the Banj were hot cake. Don Jazzy, the Banj, and P Square. But I always loved Don Jazzy's production because I connected it to his sound. So that's why I say love attraction actually works sometimes. I always spoke to my mind. Then one day I was relaxing, I heard a call. Okay, I went for a performance with my group Diamonds then. Kenny's Music took us to events. So there was no band set up for the group. So I had to use only guitar to play like a drummer, keyboards and the whole band. So the guy was thrilled and he was wild with my performance. Bankuli got my number then. And now called me 4 months later. And shockingly, the guitarist they called for that day was very far from home. So they wanted him to come with his guitar. He wasn't home. He now remembered that he had somebody that got his number, and that was me. Okay. So he called me, and I was very close to Mohit's house then. So I went there and I recorded guitar for Scapegoat by the Bunch. That was the first major hit song that I recorded guitar on. Wow. That was where my journey into Afrobeat started. As a guitar player. So my guitar was the color, was the direction for Scapegoat by the Bunch. Wow. There was no beat on that song yet. It was guitar that started the beats. It was my guitar that they used to create the beats and they wrote song on it. From there I did Davido Gobe, I did Kizane Woju, Laye, Yemi Alade Kissing. Those are, I mean these are all hits by hits. Then Simi's first ever single was Thief to Joromi to Owambe. Adekunle goes Oriente Pick Up, Techno Duro Watch, all these were hit songs, and if you follow them once every year, you know that the guitar on those songs were the reason why those songs were hits. Wow. That was how I became a top Afrobeat recording guitarist. Wow. Then I now said, okay, next level was, you've attended this level, now what's the next level? I thought about featuring them. I started featuring, and big shout out to Just Jojo, because as I was building up the brand like this, I needed to make sure that I protect the business side of the music too. Because when you do passion, who is Just Jojo? Rebecca now. Oh. Just Jojo Entertainment International. And for those who don't know who Rebecca is, can you please tell them who? So Just Jojo is my. I see her beyond business. She's my sister. I'm forever grateful to her, and I always say this even behind her in her presence as well. So my challenge then was, I knew there was something more about this music production than just playing a guitar, because I felt like an artist will come and meet a producer to produce a beat. You pay producer peanut and disappear. So you go and perform on stage, get some kind of royalties. What about the producer? Is it that the peanut I gave him is all what he needs? You get what I'm saying? So until Just Jojo now introduced publishing to me, said there's what they call publishing. That publishing is more like a retirement plan, where they can use your music for movies, sync licensing, play, so you can always still get something. Yes, from it. It's like so she introduced me to the money you get. Since that period that she introduced me to that PRS, I just gained confidence about the music industry. I knew that this is what I was missing. So I'm forever grateful to Just for introducing me to publishing. Before then,
because the whole structure is you have a song, you play the song. Every time the song plays, you as the artist and whoever produced it, they should get some sort of money from it.
They don't want to give you. Everything that I've gotten from my publishing, that publishing I told you about, it's either I get it by force, because if you bring it to them, most of them, they avoid you. The worst thing that can happen to anybody is when you want to share ideas to them and they don't know about it. They'll start seeing you like you want to rip them. You sound like you want to rip them, because for you to actually be on the same page with them, you have to share the business idea to them, let them understand what you're coming for. Some of them didn't know about publishing, so when you share publishing to them, this guy is coming to rip me, he's coming to take advantage of me. So the best thing they will do is the artists, they'll start avoiding you. But thank God for the system. The awareness of Afrobeat has gotten a global audience.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge now.
Yeah,
Everybody...
the new generation artists are doing better than the older ones, trust me. So the system has changed, the system has evolved, the sound is changing. Everybody is aware about the music business now. So the struggle is not much compared to the era we were struggling. But the good thing that I've been able to do is I got all those things I got a legal team and my publisher too, plus those who were able to get all the stuff from the artists. I had to track them way back to some years, like 2010, some of the hit songs I've done.
So you went back to collect what was yours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Make market no come for oppressors for this industry.
Okay, so now I'm going to add my afang. I'm going to add my dry fish
The
last.
food don't almost set with that too.
Yeah, so I'm going to add my afang. So the food is almost done. The afang plenty.
What do they call this dry fish?
So this is catfish.
Okay,
It's catfish and a little bit of akpanita.
Akbani?
You don't know what akpanita is?
Oh, you win for this one.
Akpanita is they call it is barracuda. So what happens is that, you know, back home the eldest is the one that is supposed to decide who eats what meat, at least in my house.
I remember fowl nyash, no be woman the chopper.
He said fowl nyash. Woman no they chop fowl nyash, abi.
If you chop am na abomination. Make you go chop am now.
No. Akpanita is similar. It's a similar thing. I guess maybe it's just in our family that they termed it that way. That akpanita.
Akpanita, like the first son must eat that one.
Must eat that one, yes.
Oh.
You know that my language skills are a little off.
Eket. I'm a local man now, so that's how I have to call it. Eket.
Okay, so there are some other things that, to me, when you talk about publishing and the business side of things, so basically you're saying a lot of people don't understand the business aspect of your industry, right? Mm-hmm. As an instrumentalist, you also are key to, you know, putting the music together. You have your own album, right? So what made you decide to do your own album versus just continue down the path that you were on?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I create an industry for instrumentalists. If you observe, you see the comedians like Ali Baba, them, Basket Mount, AY. When they had the platform, they brought in some upcoming comedians. You know what, they are trying to make sure that they sustain the comedy industry and they make it to expand. You see the skit makers now, they are collaborating, trying to create their industry too. Artists too, they have their industry movie. But the musicians, what I call instrumentalists, they are the real musicians. They don't have industry. If you check, the system is not even designed to actually consider them. So I decided to take it upon myself, say no matter how long it would take me, I have to push this. And I'm very proud that the industry has been able to recognize.
Were people very welcoming of that?
Yeah, they're doing that now. You see, if you watch very well, most of the producers are collaborating with the guitarists now. because I've been able to do it. I've been able to create industry for instrumentalists. So that takes me to an album that I dropped last year on my 40th birthday. I've been able to, looking at the years of experience and the sacrifice, the work input, I felt like it's time for me to actually drop this album. Before the album, I started with singles, dropped singles with different artists. Some of the artists actually responded, some didn't respond, which is actually understanding, yeah? So I got 24 artists on the album.
24?
24 artists.
Wow.
One artist from Tanzania, one from Portugal, the other guys from Puerto Rico, then 4 from Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 4 from Ghana, then others from Nigeria. I got Belashmoda, Yemelade, Chike, Jackie, Peruzzi, Rikasani, the Cavemen. So many of them.
Wow.
So I'm planning to drop another project this year too.
Wow.
My album was called Man. You know why I called it Man?
Why did you call your album Man?
Yeah, I feel like in the industry, I came in as a young guy, trying to grow, learning in the industry, the business side of the industry. I felt like I've grown enough to drop an album, so I'm a man now. And I turned 40. So I'm a grown-up man. So that's why I named the album Man.
So what other projects do you have coming up?
Yeah.
Come and look at this. Come and look at this.
Otilo.
Otilo.
Yeah, like you don't they go like this. The food almost sets. You don't almost set like this. You still have Maggie and periwinkle. Yeah,
so I still have some stuff, but I don't always necessarily put everything. I just cook as I go. I put things out just in case I need it. Afang loves a lot of palm oil, but I don't tend to like to put a lot of palm oil in food. So I'm trying to make sure.
No, your hand's strong. Sometimes they say now from face of food you go take no say the food go sweet.
So where did you talk?
What I talk we say I see the package and like this and they see the process.
You see the process.
And they go well.
So do you plan on future albums and future collaborations?
Yeah, I'm already doing that.
You're working on something?
Yes.
What are you working on?
I'm dropping a first single from my EP on the 18th of this month.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm planning to drop another body of work sometime in September or November.
Wow.
We don't sleep. We don't sleep.
You don't sleep.
Keep working. Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about your story, where you came from, starting from candlelight and playing, and having that motivation and courage to move forward. By the way, what gave you that audacity to believe that you'll be successful? Because I mean, you did something that nobody else has done.
I feel like you can achieve anything if you want to achieve. You just have to have confidence. And before, confidence comes with knowing what you're doing.
That's exactly true.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, to give you confidence. Like I keep telling people, if you're selling plantain chips, there's a way you package that plantain chips to look like you're selling gold. Packaging and make it around plantain chips, the difference now. And the same thing there inside. You get what I'm saying? So before I took this part, I already made sure that I got my foundation right. Got my music foundation right, the theory, then learned the business side. Then I pray for God's grace.
Amen.
If you hard work without grace, it's not a waste of energy. You always pray for God to grace our effort, the work of our hands also. So I had confidence and I had a vision. I've been consistent, I've been perseverance. I had so many rejections, many turndowns, many challenges, but I never gave up.
You continue.
One thing I always know about myself, if anybody tells me no, I can never feel bad. You know what I always feel like? You were never meant to be on that project.
That's true. That's a very good way.
I will never feel like, why did he say no to me? No, I would just feel like it was never meant to happen.
So there's no rejection.
There's no rejection.
Okay,
we were
that
never
wasn't right.
supposed to be in the picture, so I made a mistake by even doing that. But anything that works for me was meant to be. That's how I see life.
I mean,
and I feel like nobody owes me anything. So if you say no to me, and you don't owe me anything.
You have a very positive attitude and outlook. And I mean, you have confidence, rejection does not exist and you persevere, how can you not be successful?
Yeah, just have to keep pushing. And
that's
knowing
it.
very well where you're coming from, you don't want to go back to that place. You don't want to go back. Where you want to go back to? House no good normally. You have to keep your face front.
You don't want to look back because there's nothing back there.
Face front.
That's true. I mean, it's like that with a lot of things. When people get to that point, they may not necessarily have all the ingredients to tell you this is what you do, but they know once they get to a certain place, they don't want to go back to this other place, so they just continue to move forward.
Why are you like this? You don't want to go back.
My brother, they like the way you put this thing. Because you see, they talk with English, they say, hunger, why are you? Let me break it down so they can understand. But we don't want to forget about our food, because afang is a very temperamental soup. It's one of those soups that is really difficult to kind of put together if you don't pay attention, and I'm so distracted. So we have prepared the afang. One of the biggest advice I'll give you about afang outside of no onions, it's a soup that does not really need a lot of water, so you have to be very careful when you're putting your stock back into the soup and building the soup, and also make sure that you don't cook with the cover of the top, because when you cook with the cover of the top, the water condenses and it's temperamental, so you have to make sure you uncover it while you're cooking. So we're going to wrap up cooking the food, and we will be right back to close things out with you.
Are they here for you now?
So we are back to enjoy our afang soup. Have Fiokee here with me.
They say, I see food, I'm happy.
So as we close things out, always my last question for a person such as yourself, because you have so much wisdom to offer.
A bit fast though, this thing enter my nose.
Okay, sorry, please. What advice would you give to a young instrumentalist that's starting out?
Get your foundation right. Learn your instrument properly. Don't be in a hurry to make it. Don't be in a hurry to be seen. Make sure that when people start seeing you, you represent yourself properly. Because if you rush, come out, if you rush, go back. I'm telling you, that's the truth. If you want to make it overnight, you can't, trust me.
No, you can
when the wind
never
blows,
make
when
it
the
overnight.
strong wind blows, to blow you out.
Yeah, because you don't have the foundation.
Yeah,
to
your
be able
foundation
to
is not
stand.
strong enough.
Yeah,
to stand.
absolutely. Really great words.
You see the way I take
wisdom.
Russian, make I feel finish.
My dear, even me self, the thing, that's why I was trying to wrap up. The thing is entering my nose. So
meanwhile, what be this? What this frog we do for you? Fafa.
for the pounded yam for you to do.
African man, local man, I use fork, take chop, swallow. No, it's not possible. Maybe I can use it to test the soup now. Maybe I just know as it go first.
Like I say prayers.
You go well, you go well. I'm proud of you.
You are proud of me?
Now be that too. All the particulars, everything come out.
Yes! So we're going to close things out because we're going to start eating this food. So we're going to have Fiokee, or shall I say Brother Fiokee, tell the audience how to access content from RelaxChopEnjoy. So if you don't mind telling them what to do with our social media handles. Yep.
So guys, please subscribe to the channel at RelaxChopEnjoy and follow them on all social media platforms at RelaxChopEnjoy.
Enjoy.
Oh.
And then to learn more about my brother here, Brother Fiokee, please make sure you visit his Instagram page at Fiokee. That's at Fiokee, and that's on Instagram. Everywhere. And make sure you listen to his album Man, because he is a man now, and his newest single that's coming up sometime very soon on Spotify.
And all digital platforms.
Of course, all digital platforms. There's only one Fiokee out there. There's nobody like you.
Oh my God,
in the whole wide
Fiokee.
world.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Only one
just
Fiokee.
That's it. So, my brother,
it's about to go down.
let me wrap things up. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Relax, Chop, Enjoy. Until next time, remember to relax, chop, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Just feeling so